Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam265. As you may remember, the soul of Aghasura went straight into the feet of Krishna. Is it any wonder that this happened? If the form of the Lord is lodged firmly in the mind, one is sure of salvation. When such is the case, when Agha took the form of a python, Krishna himself entered his mouth, touched him with his dear feet, and he had entered into him on his own. Is there any doubt then that moksha awaited Agha, the personification of sin, though he was? 166, Brahma's doubt. Most of the boys were about 5 years old when this event took place. And they went home and told their mothers and fathers about how Krishna had saved their lives. But they spoke about it only a year late, when they were 6 years old. King Parikshit sat silent for a while, thrilled at the story he had heard. After a moment he said, "My lord, you must clear a doubt for me. You tell me that the children spoke about the great event only 1 year after it happened. How is that possible? Children's excitement is such that even Krishna, if he asked them, would not be able to make them obey. How could children fresh from such an exciting event wait for a whole year before talking about it? Did Krishna bind them with some oath of secrecy? If not, this is impossible. I don't understand. Please, enlighten me." Shuka Brahma was pleased with Parikshit. When he heard the voice of the king asking him about the strange silence of the children for 1 whole year, it took him some time to answer him. In relating the story of the Lord, he would often lose himself, and he would forget himself as his mind became crowded with the thoughts of Krishna and his Leela. It would take him a while to come back to earth, as it were. Shuka said, "Your question is very pertinent. And let me tell you how much pleasure you're giving me by asking me to recount to you the story of the Lord. Hear it as often as you can. The story of the Lord is ever new to the hearer and to the one who's fortunate enough to narrate it. Even as the talk about a woman is ever delightful to the ears of a lustful person, the mind of a devotee thrills when the stories of the Lord are related. I will now tell you how it happened that a year had to elapse before the cowherds and their wives heard the story of the killing of Aghasura from their children. While they were playing in the forest, running around, the boys with the calves came to the spot where Aghasura was waiting. After the killing of the Asura, Krishna wanted to distract their minds from the wonderment of the killing. He did not want them to attach too much importance to the incident. He tried to make them forget it. Throughout the avatars, and especially in Krishna avatar, the Lord had tried his best to keep the illusion that he was a human being and not a god. But off and on the veil would be rent and the divinity would have to be revealed. With the assistance of his Maya, he managed to make people forget these incidents, and people's memory became quite short. At the moment, there would be amazement writ on their faces, but as time passed, the dimness of time would erase the divinity of the person who could work such wonderful miracles. They would just say, "Our Krishna is wonderful," and that was what Krishna wanted. Krishna led the entire host of mischievous boys to the sandy banks of the Yamuna. He said, "Look, friends, we have been so busy playing that we forgot all about our hunger. I'm hungry, and I'm not able to lift my foot to walk even a small distance. Look at the bank of the river. The sand is as clean and white as milk, and it is so soft and lovely. The trees are so shady that we can hardly feel the heat of the noonday sun. The noise made by the bees hovering round the flowers, the rustling of the flying birds, the music made by the running waters, all of them together are making such wonderful music that my mind refuses to move away from here." Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.